Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. This is Aisha Firdaus and you are watching Teachers World. Hopefully you all are doing well. In my previous videos, I spoke about how to handle office politics and the other topic was how to get along with toxic behavior and all. So today in this video, I am going to talk about identify your own personality trait, which is not so easy, but then I'll be giving you some simple tips wherein you will know that what are your strengths. Even before going to that particular aspect, I want to remind you all to like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video. And second one is like there is a playlist English Made Easy, and there are videos related to English grammar which I am explaining in Urdu, which is for everyone. So I want you to share it with everyone. Now coming to our topic, we keep talking about passion, purpose, and in one of my videos I shared about passion test, how to identify your passion, what are you good at, what you love to do, all these things. Now we find ourselves in an environment at times wherein we are unable to give our 100% because we feel we are forcibly playing the role of someone else. The things which don't actually suit our personality, we are doing it because of the job requirement, and that leads to again draining away of energy. So let's identify first and foremost what could be our personality type. And let me tell you, there is nothing like a positive or a negative personality trait. It is by nature. जैसा हम कहते हैं फितरती, it is by nature. And then you need to accept your nature as it is and build the skill and strength around it. I don't remember that particular scientist's name, but then a very famous scientist once said that if you give me the common point, the fulcrum for the entire world, then it is possible for me to lift the entire world based on that particular point. So here is the catch, like if we identify our strength, then we can build our passion and raise ourselves and live for the purpose based on that particular strength. So we need to identify. So if you have a paper or a notebook or your personal diary, you please write into that. Then how would you gauge yourself as a person? Are you outgoing or reserved? Okay, do you have a nature wherein you are outspoken, you meet people, you like to speak, you're very confident, and you actually, it's like an extrovert. Are you an extrovert or reserved? Are you an introvert? That doesn't mean that introverts are basically not good or we need to do something to pull out that particular reservedness out of them. It is nothing like that. Introverts, it is their nature. And there are n number of TED Talks available wherein what could be the characteristics of introverts. They are very good observers, yes, and they learn from the surroundings and maintain their balance, and so that they can you make use of it whenever required. So this is the thing. So you identify yourself as an outgoing person or an extrovert. I'll give you a second time. I think that is clear in your mind now. Second option, you think whether you are a task-oriented person or a people-oriented person. A responsibility is given to you. Then, how do you gauge that responsibility? You see to it that it is completed on time. You go with the date and the completion. You go with the deadlines. Are you such a person who is always interested to complete the project on time, who is who is worried about the task? This is the work given to me. I have to do it. I have to do it. Yes or no? You answer yourself. Then if you are a people-oriented person, your concern will be about people. Like whether the people are liking it. What is people's response? For suppose now I am thinking about your response, whether you will like the video or not. As a teacher, you will always fear about how are the students responding. Are they listening to you? Do they understand what you are saying? So you are a people person in that case. And if you were a task-oriented teacher, your concern will be giving away of the assignments on time, looking into it that they are completed on time, and then all the scheduling, planning part of it. Once you have identified yourself as an outgoing or reserved person, as a task oriented or people oriented person. Now the second step, let's look at the different combinations. If we look into the depth of the combinations, there are as such 16 personality traits, but then now we'll just go with 4. Let me tell you about the first category, that is outgoing and task oriented. Such people are usually dominant, they are directors, they actually lead the team and see to it that the deadlines are met. You need to identify whether you are such a person, or you can also identify if you met across such a person. The whole and sole concern will be the completion of project. Fine. So that is outgoing and task oriented people. Now let's look outgoing and people oriented people. These people are worried about the people, they keep inspiring people, and they talk to people, and they see to it that they convey the feel, okay, the feel of the task to be done, and intrinsic motivation is provided by these people, and these are the inspirers. Okay, the first one, like, they are the dominant people. The second category are the inspirers, and inspirers are people oriented and outgoing people. Now comes the third category, that is again outgoing and task oriented people. We have seen then we have seen outgoing and people oriented people. The next category is reserved and task going people. You must have seen when you send some message on your official mails, there are a few people who look into the mistakes of that message. Okay, these people work on the quality. They are very focused on the quality and they try to improve it continuously. So you have to find whether you are in such category or you come across such people. Their whole concern is the quality improvement. They don't talk much. They are reserved. They see that the entire projects are completely done in a way that it is like a quality proof. Yeah, it is like they look into minute details. They look into every detailing of that particular project. So these people are reserved and task oriented people. So they form collective. Okay, they are collective. They form under the category collective. The last but not the least is reserved and people oriented people. They are reserved and people oriented people. These people actually form teams. They support teams. They are not into the limelight. They don't come into the limelight, but still keep supporting the teams. Like it can be anything which inspires. So basically, these are the 4 categories. Okay, these are the 4 categories, and if you see the acronym of this, what I have said: dominant, inspiring, collective, supportive. So if you are the lead, of a company, or you are the CEO of a company, then you have to give the tasks to the people based on their personalities, right? And now that you made a choice, you made the choice of working in an organization as an employee. Now you know your strengths. First and foremost, don't underestimate yourself saying that I am a reserved, so I have to become an extrovert. It's not there anyway. You utilize being the power of being, the skill of being reserved and observing things and making use of these things. Then you have to utilize these skills at your best. Okay, you need not be like someone else to suit someone's role, because that is not in your nature. Similarly, a dominant person who has the ability to see that deadlines are met and all, he cannot be simply going and inspiring people, because that doesn't suit his purpose, right? He will not particularly, might be in all these 4 quadrants. If we observe, if we forcibly try to extract work from the people which is not in their nature, then we are draining the energy out of them, right? We are draining the energy out of them. Similarly, you also have to identify your energy zone and work in a place which actually gives you a boost to grow further. If you are draining away your energy and if you're trying to fitting into a quadrant which is not suitable to you, then it will lead to stress. A great author has said that if you are living your passion, and though you are tired, that doesn't generate stress. It actually fuels your passion. But then if you are working in an environment which is actually causing stress because you don't connect to that work, right? And your category of your particular passion or purpose or your thriving environment is completely different, right? So you don't try to fit into it. Hopefully by the end of this video or after the video, you try to put these 4 quadrants and try to analyze which is suitable or which quadrant you fit into. And believe me, don't try to change yourself, but try to build your strength in that particular category. When need be, you can convey this to the CEO or the lead of the organization so that the sorting out of work is done in such a way. How wonderful it would be when the organizations had such sorting out based on the skill of the employee, the passion of the employee. Then overall, I think the working procedures and the commitments and the deadlines and obviously the results would be quite different. Jazakallahu khair. You please share your responses to this video and please sort out your category, which category you fall into, what is your personality, and what are you doing to leverage your own skill set to live your passion. Jazakallahu khair. Allah Hafiz.